It's onion harvest time, so I wanted to share my tips on how to cure and store your onions for winter. So welcome back to the garden. I'm Dan from the Frog Pond Veg Patch, and I have in front of me a pile of onions that are ready to prepare for storage. All right, so first I want to talk about harvesting the onions. You know when it's time to harvest the onions when the leaves start to die back and fall to the ground and the top here gets soft, and then you know that's when it's time to pull the onions. So when it's time to cure the onions, you want to set them out in a dry, cool, shady location like 75, 80 degrees. For us, we actually put ours in the basement on a baker's rack so they had good air circulation all around, and we didn't have any place else that we really could put them because of all the rain and humidity that we have here. All right, so then when you're prepping for storage, first thing you want to do is you want to pick only the best onions for storage. Any onions that are bruised or say like this one here that's got kind of a green top to it, those aren't going to store well, so you want to try to eat those first. And then the ones that are good and dry, those will store, those will keep a little bit, those will keep longer depending on what type of onion they are. So this year we grew two types of onions, Patterson and Copra. And you'll see ours are a little bit on the small side, and that's really because we planted them close together. In terms of storage, we should expect about 6 months of storage. Different onion varieties have different storage times. Short storing onions will store about 1 to 3 months, and then longer storage onions are about 4 to 8 months. To prep the onion for storage, what you want to do is you want to cut off the stem, and you also want to cut off the roots. Just do it right there, but you do want to make sure that you leave this basal plate. That's really important for good storage of the onion. And then the other thing you want to do is just brush off any loose dirt. Don't wash them, just brush off the loose dirt, and then they're ready to store. Let me know if you have any favorite ways of storing onions. Put that down in the comments so we can share it with the community. We've got our onions all prepped now and ready for storage. Ideal storage conditions are going to be someplace cool and dark, ideally 35 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't have those conditions, so we're going to keep ours in the basement, which is dark and dry. Temperature is probably about 45 to 55 degrees, which means they may not last quite as long, but that's okay. Those are the storage conditions that we have. These onions here should last us through the end of the year. But we've also got onions started in the garden, which we'll show you. And I've got a few onions here. These aren't great for storing, but these will be my use tonight for dinner onions. We've got onions planted here, and these are the onions that we're going to overwinter. So right now they're planted in a seed bed, and we're going to lift these and plant them out in the bed that they're going to be in over winter. It's going to be in a kind of a mini greenhouse. They're going to be protected. And this variety is intended to be overwintered, and we can put the name of the variety up on the screen. And we would expect to hopefully be harvesting these in early spring. We're going to be doing our winter garden pretty soon, so make sure you click that subscribe button so you can see when our latest videos come out. And if you've got any questions about growing, harvesting, or storing onions, drop them below in the comments. Thanks for joining us in the garden, and we hope to see you next time.